Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to talk about Amius, that boss right there, that one, from the Curse City. We're going to be looking at hard, and I have a very budget friendly team for you that you might be able to use to beat this boss, because I know you see all these teams with Sifi and Rhodos and Morrigan and Ultimate Death Knight. This team actually uses 4 epic champions and 1 legendary, and I mean, if you play around with it, you might be able to find a replacement for the legendary, but I can't guarantee it. But let's start with some of the champions. Now we have Frostbringer. You could probably bring a lot of other champions that have heal reduction, but I only have Frostbringer, so I'm bringing her. Who else do we have? We have Mausoleum Mage. Actually is one of the champions, and he puts 3 buffs, and he also removes debuffs and heals you while he does it. So he is the next one. And over here we have Deacon Armstrong. He's going to be the speed lead. He places that leech on the A1. Very useful. Decreased defense, turn meter fails, so you'll be getting more turns. Next up we have Godseeker Aniri. So it should probably be one of the more harder champions to get for this team. I only have one of them in 2 years that I've played, so I hope you do have one. She would probably be hard to replace in this team, but you know, anything can be possible, right? And last one, the hardest champion to get for this team would be Neshek. I think that's his name. Mob champion. Basically, just doing the damage with the bombs and the poisons. Now, unfortunately, I still need to book him, and I still need to book her and build, obviously level up Deacon. So I have not actually beat this boss with this team, but I am going to show you proof that someone actually has. And here we have it in the optimizer, and let me show you here. These are all the teams that show up for my account, so you might have better options for these champions. You know, you can play around with it, but basically I look at this optimizer, I look at the builds that we have, and as you can see, we have most for the last rotation, which involves Mithrala. Obviously you can't use her here. And then I look down and I see this, and I'm like, what? So I'm like, oh, there's hope for me. And obviously I only have 1 heal reduction champion, which is Frostbringer, so this is the one team that shows up, right? But I want you to look at this duration, 4 minutes and 50 seconds. And from the looks of it, it's a manual team, obviously. They gave up 2 times, probably something to do with the heal reduction not landing, or the buffs not being protected. And but it doesn't look like it took a lot of tries, but maybe there was another variation that I can't see. But as you can see, the work has been cut out for us. We have the champions and we have some of the stats, so you can kind of see what you need. So let's start with Deacon. Deacon has quite a lot of defense, almost 5,000 defense, low HP. I think under 60,000 is kind of low. And if you think that getting this defense is hard, you know, it sounds like it, but with 192 speed, it's probably more doable, especially if you have an end game account. And accuracy, he has 510, but I don't think you need that much actually. If you look at the boss here, his resistance is 450, so Hell Hades recommends 475 for accuracy, so you can probably lower that and, you know, get some of the other stats. No special sets, you know, just perception here, trying to get as much accuracy as he can. And then we have revenge accessories, probably not needed but very helpful, right, to get that counter attack, get that leech. Deacon obviously is there for meter turn feel and placing that decreased defense on the boss, so more damage is done. And that leech, I assume, is what this person that managed to beat it. And for that person, shouts out to them. I don't know who it is, but you know like wow, like I didn't think it was possible, right? Especially with Frostbringer. And for masteries, we just have the normal masteries. Probably didn't change anything. War Master and some accuracy goes down this path right here. And I think this is Master Hexer, yeah, the one that increases duration of debuffs. As far as books, he has him mostly booked, except the A1. He has 5 books out of 7, so you could get away with that, but the rest of the team is actually fully booked, and I can see why there. Now we have a Mausoleum Mage with a 9-piece protection. Now this part is a little bit of like question mark because I haven't done it yet, but don't worry, I will do it. Not this weekend, but the next weekend after I book my champions and whatnot, because I'm gonna wait for CBC and then I'm gonna book him, and then I'll be back, and I'm definitely gonna give it a good shot with these champions. Mine might change 1 or 2 depending on what I have, but I'll definitely give it a try. But 9-piece protection, so I'm not sure how much that is needed. Obviously 6-piece protection is easier to get. 9-piece protection, what does it do? I do have something here that can tell us it's the 75% chance of protecting buffs, right? And the allies deal 5% more for each active buff. So this is kind of boosting Neshek. I don't know, I can't say his name. His damage, it's actually so that's kind of what it's doing. But I think with the 6-piece protection, it's probably fine. I think 6-piece is what, probably I think it's 50% chance of protecting the buffs. So you might have more fails, right? Because you're not getting the protected buffs. He has a lot of HP on the mage. Okay defense, about 3k. This is one of his fastest champions at 248 speed. The boss's speed is actually 250. So he would go. I think he would go before the boss because we're having Deacon's aura. So I think he goes before the boss and puts up protected buffs. But I can't, like I said, I haven't done this. I'm looking at the team. I haven't gone in and bid it because I'm waiting to book my champions. No accuracy, so you don't need that decreased speed on the A1. And as you can see, he doesn't even have him mastered with full masteries. So he didn't go for the whole thing. Next up, we have Neshek, who's going to be the damage dealer and the hardest champion to get in this team. With regeneration gear, and he's got 253 speed. He's actually the fastest champion in the team. And what's surprising here is that he barely has any attack. Like I'm guessing most of the damage is coming from the poisons, because usually bomb champions, you want to have more attack on them. So that's something like it actually makes the build much easier. None of these champions have 100% critical rate, none of that. 488 accuracy to land obviously the decreased attack, the bombs and the poisons, and full masters with what is this? This is Giant Slayer, and obviously getting more accuracy from the masteries here. Next up we have Godseeker Aniri, who's probably the most demanding champion in terms of stats, because you gotta probably build her in regeneration. And we have 60,000 HP, 4,500 defense, 237 speed. And guys, something I want you to notice about this is that his Godseeker is going after his mage. So basically what's happening here, what's going on in my mind, like the way this is going, is he puts off the buffs, hopefully protected with the protection set, and then she extends those protected buffs, right? And basically that's kind of the strategy that I'm seeing that's probably being used in this stage. And let's see what else we have here. No resistance, nothing crazy like that, just focusing on survivability here. One immortal set as well, but You definitely want the regeneration set. It'd be a great help. And next up, and masteries, of course. She's got very defensive masteries right here, just fully going for protection. Next up, we have Frostbringer, and Frostbringer has a Guardian set. Actually, that's interesting. A lot of HP, 85,000 HP, 203 speed, and 478 accuracy. And Frostbringer is only here for the heal reduction. She also places increased speed and increased attack. That's going to buff Neshek. And she can also place decreased defense. So, the boss is going to have that decreased defense a lot. And Neshek, obviously, he does a lot over here. He has a decreased attack, the bomb, the poisons, more bombs that do double damage because the boss got more HP than him. And as you can see, he didn't even do masteries on this champion. He only has 2 of them for accuracy. Of course, they're all fully booked. But yeah, this seems like a very, very budget-friendly team to me, and I wanted to bring this up because all the videos that you see are Morrigan and Sifi and Rhodos and Ultimate Death Knight, and some people don't have all those champions, right? You have to be playing the game for a long time, and if you've been playing the game for a long time, you probably don't have as much trouble with this boss as other people do, right? Because your collection of champions is bigger. And in terms of stats, I mean, you would think that this would require a lot of stats to do, but I actually think that this is very achievable for a late game player. Obviously, the hardest build is probably the ones with accuracy, and this one is probably the hardest build because of all the accuracy and defense. But with that speed, it's actually sounding pretty doable, and I think I could get these stats, and I can't wait till I try this. I can't wait till I try this and see if I can beat the boss. This is the biggest question mark. For 9-piece protection set, I checked and I don't have enough rings and necklaces for the mage to do a 9-piece. So I'll probably do a 6-piece if anything, and I'll play around with that. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to share this, and I wanted to show you this team. I think it's very budget friendly, and if you want to see the team in action, I will be uploading my attempts, not this weekend but the next weekend, and once I book my champions, and hopefully we're able to beat that boss. And if you go ahead and give it a try with these champions or a variation of it, let me know in the comments and let me know how it went, how it worked out for you, if you were able to beat him. Yeah, I'm definitely interested in reading about that. But yeah, guys, good luck. Hope this video is a bit helpful, for trying to get you back into beating this boss, because I know this boss is a pain for a lot of people, especially for me, because when I looked at my heal reduction champions, I'm like, oh no, Frostbringer is the only one I have, But yeah, guys, thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you next time.